A very good evening, সকলোকে আমি আগবাঢ়ো. What will follow if a money bill is substantially amended by Rajya Sabha? Rajya Sabha amend কৰি দিলে ভালে মানখিনি. Lok Sabha may still proceed with the bill accepting or not accepting the recommendations of the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha cannot consider the bill further. May send the bill to Rajya Sabha for reconsideration. Joint sitting बुलाया जाएगा. Still proceed kar paribo. That's the correct answer. Which of the following statements is correct? In India, same person cannot be appointed as governor of two or more states at the same time. Judges of high courts of states in India are appointed by governor of the state just as Supreme Court judges. No procedure has been laid down in the constitution for the removal of governor from his or her post. In case of a union territory having a legislative set up, the chief minister is appointed by lieutenant governor on the basis of majority support. C is the correct answer. No procedure has been laid down in the Constitution of India for the removal of a governor from his or her post. As you can see, গোটেই কেইটাতে extreme words আছে. Extreme words থাকিবই because ABCD ইয়াত আপোনালোকে জানিব লাগিব. ইয়াত লজিকৰ কথা বিচৰা নাই. Consider the following statements. Attorney General can take part in proceedings of Lok Sabha, be a member of a committee in Lok Sabha, speak in the Lok Sabha, vote in the Lok Sabha. Yeah. 4 to no হৈ গলে এইকেইটা থাকিলে এতিয়া definitely yes ক'ব লাগিব. 1 2 3 definitely yes. এইটো চাব গলে এইটো টাফ কোৱেশ্চন কিন্তু এইটো টাফ অপশন দিয়া আছে কাৰণ কি কোৱেশ্চন ইজ সিম্পল এখানে অপশনস আর টাফ যদিও দেখিবলৈ লাগে যে 1 2 3 4 আছে বাট স্টিল টাফ কৰি দিছে অপশনস তো হয় না হয় yes or no ইয়াত you are supposed to know simple বস্তু যে এখানে see UPSC has the option of creating tough options as well ইচ্ছা কৰিলে টাফ অপশনস দিব পাৰিলে হেতেন tough question আৰু tough option দি দিব পাৰে কিন্তু নাই দিয়া it's like a mother of all exam কয় না like mother care কৰে সবৰ কাৰণে এখানে tough question or tough option নিদিয়ে Parliament may make any law for the whole or any part of India for implementing international treaties or karne with the consent of majority with the consent of states concerned without the consent of any state without the consent of any state ABCD the options are very close all majority consent of states concerned याद বিচাৰিছে কড়ক কনসেপ্ট বিচাৰিছে এটো কৰক Parliamentary government মানে কি হয় বুলি কৈছে members of cabinet are members of parliament ministers hold office till they enjoy confidence in parliament cabinet is headed by head of the state is equal to president cabinet to president they head করে 3 को हटा दिया 1 and 2 1 and 2 चेक किया जाए और लगा दिया जाए যদিও বা এলিমিনেট হৈ যায় still as a precautionary measure check কৰিবনে আপোনালোকে yes or no this is a big pro tip haste নকৰিব haste কৰিলে waste হৈ যাব check কৰিব check for what check for হ'ব পাৰে নে হ'ব পাৰে এনেকৈ চেক কৰিব জেনাৰেলিটি আৰু স্পেচিফিচিটিটো চেক কৰিব কেয়াৰফুল হোৱাটো অভ্যাস কৰি কৰি ক্যাৰেক্টাৰলৈ কনভাৰ্ট কৰিব ঠিক আছে আৰু কেতিয়াও হেৰি নকৰিব কি বুলি এনেকুৱা নাভাবিব যে সিলি মিস্টেক নকৰিলে হ'ল আৰু সিলি মিস্টেক নকৰিলে হ'ল আৰু এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ ষ্টেটমেন্ট বিলাকত সিলি মিস্টেকে হ'ব সিলি মিস্টেক নকৰিলে হ'ল আৰু মনত ভাবি নাথাকিবই কাৰণ কি এই নকৰিলে হ'লটো ব্ৰেইনে বুজি নাপায় অকল সিলি মিস্টেকটো বুজি পায় সিলি মিস্টেক কৰি দিব সো তাতকো ভাল যে I will do everything correct এনেকে ভাবিব everything correct এটো মনত ভাবিব পলিটিক্স সিলি মিস্টেক কোটো সিলি মিস্টেক নহব আপোনাৰ আপুনি সিলি মিস্টেক নহলে হল বুলি নাভাবিব এটো ভাবি থাকিলে সিলি মিস্টেক হ'ব everything correct কৰিম বুলি ভাবিব সদায় ভাবিব everything correct কৰিম I'll check cross check দিমাগটো ঠাণ্ডা থাকিলে তা নার্ভাস নহলে হে এবু কৰিব পাৰিব Council of Ministers in the center shall be collectively responsible to the parliament এটো হয় না নহয় yes or no Council of Ministers collectively responsible to the parliament Oh নহয় এটো 82 তো আমি কৰাই নাই নহয় 81 ৰ কথা কৈছে নেকি members of cabinet are members of parliament এটো কথা কৈছে ন মিস্টাৰ মহন্ত এটো 1 ৰ কথা কৈছে নে ইটো 1 ৰ কথা কৈছে members of cabinet are members of parliament এটো হয় হবন নহব ৰাজ্যসভা বা লোকসভা হ'ব লাগিব এমএলএ জন হ'ব নোৱাৰে members of cabinet ঠিক আছে so 82 Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to the Parliament. Union ministers shall hold the office during the pleasure of the President of India. Prime Minister shall communicate to the President about the proposals for legislation. Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to Parliament. এটো নহয় বুলি কৈছে এটো নহয় বুলি কোৱা লগলে 2 and 3 will be the answer 82 B correct এটোত কি ভুল হল এটোনো কি হদিছো আৰু মই এনে কিটা হদিব লাগে তো ময়ো UPSC এনে হদে যেতিয়া মও কিটা এনে হদিব The chairman and deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha are not members of the house. While nominated members of the two houses of the parliament have no voting right in the presidential election, they have the right to vote in the election of the vice president. अब बताइए one definitely wrong বুলি কৈছে তেতিয়া হলে দুটা ভিতৰত আহি গল আৰু two to কি কয় nominated members of the two houses of parliament have no voting right in the presidential election they have the right to vote in the election of vice president 2 to yes আমি পঢ়িছো 2 only 83B Simple simple পঢ়াৰ ভিতৰতে আহিছে নপঢ়া কিটাটো আমাৰ মুখস্থ হৈ গৈছে যিকিটা নাই পঢ়া President shall make rules for the more convenient transaction of the business of the government of India and for the allocation among ministers of said business. All executive actions of the government of India shall be expressed to be taken in the name of Prime Minister. अब बताइए 2 no 1 only neither 1 and 2 1 को चेक किया जाए 1 only 84A power to increase the number of judges कुने number of judges बढ़ाव पड़े कौन है ये President Parliament Chief Justice Law Commission এইটো আৰু কি প্ৰশ্ন আৰু Consider the following statements regarding a no confidence motion. No confidence motion to bar favorite hoy. There is no mention of a no confidence motion in Constitution of India. A no confidence motion can be introduced in Lok Sabha only. बताइए only will देखि काटि निदिब আগতো conceptual प्रश्न হয় এটো both 1 and 2 86B oh C sorry Which one of the following is the largest committee of the parliament? Largest committee. Tamam tough question it. Committee of petitions niki. 87B. Which of the following are discretionary powers of the governor of a state? Sending a report to the President of India for imposing the President's rule, appointing the ministers. Discretionary powers, what do you say? Normal powers, no, discretionary powers. Reserving certain bills passed by the state legislature for consideration of the President of India. Making the rules to conduct the business of the state government. Two no কৰিলে কি হ'ব 2 no কৰিলে 1 and 3 হ'ব answer only 1 and 3 check কৰি চাওক 1 and 3 হয় নে নহয় 1 and 3 বুলি কৈছে 88B is the correct answer Which of the following is a functions of cabinet secretariat so IS বিলাক থাকে আৰু Preparation of agenda for cabinet meetings, secretarial assistance to cabinet committees, allocation of financial resources to ministries. बताइए allocation of financial resources to ministries কেনেকুৱা কথা কৈ দিছে এটো হলে কেন মজা হল দেন 1 to হবে লাগিব এটা 2 to কক 2 to হয় না নহয় C check किया जाए 13 C correct answer Constitutional government is one which places effective restrictions on individual liberty in the interest of state authority places effective restrictions on the authority of state in the interest of individual liberty দুইটা opposite হয় এটাই উত্তর হ'ব Two only is correct. both cannot be correct in the same at the same time logic etu koy legislative council of a state in India can be larger than half of the legislative assembly of that particular state. Governor of a state nominates chairman of legislative council on that particular state. Nominates chairman more than half of the legislative assembly. None, neither. এটো কি হয় তেতিয়াহলে এটো ককচোন এটো কি হয় হাফ অফ দ্য লেজিসলেটিভ এসেম্বলি নহয় যেটা কিমান হ'ব পাৰে 1/3 very good with reference to union government consider the following statements Department of Revenue is responsible for preparation of union budget that is presented to the Parliament Department of Revenue Department Union budget no amount can be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India without the authorization from the Parliament of India. All the disbursements made from public account also need authorization from the Parliament of India. One to wrong বুলি কৈছে one to কি হ'ব কোনে বাজেটখন উলিয়ায় বাজেট কোনে উলিয়ায় Economic Affairs, Department of Economic Affairs. কোনটো মিনিষ্ট্রিত আছে Department of Economic Affairs কোনটো মিনিষ্ট্রিত আছে Finance Ministry. Okay, 2 হ'বই লাগিব তেতিয়াহলে no amount can be withdrawn without the authorization. All disbursements made from public account also need the authorization of Parliament of India. এইটো হয় না নহয় টু অনলি পাব্লিক একাউন্ট জানে আপোনালোকে পাব্লিক একাউন্টত কি থাকে পাব্লিক একাউন্টত পাব্লিক একাউন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়া তাত কি থাকে কি জমা হয় তাত Provident Fund ইত্যাদি জমা হয় নেকি ইয়াত Yes or no? আৰু হেতু পাৰ্লিমেন্টে উলিয়াই লব পাৰিব নেকি ভোটিং কৰি মেলি পাৰ্লিমেন্টে পুৰা ভোটিং কৰি উলিয়াই লব পাৰিব নেকি সো কনসেপ্টটো হেতুৱে সুধিছে আৰু There is a parliamentary system of government in India because kyo Lok Sabha is directly elected by the people parliament can amend the constitution Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved Council of Ministers is responsible to Lok Sabha PM Care Fund to hetu kot poribo public account poribo jano PM Care Fund to PM Care PM or nijor hobo no public account hole PM e kenike uliabo So 93D clear hol ne Mr. Said PM Care to public account no hobo mu mote aru কিন্তু কাউন্টার যদি পায় তেতিয়ালে কব The Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill. Rajya Sabha cannot vote on demand for grants. Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. এটো ডেফিনেটলি রং বুলি কৈছে ডিসকাস তো কৰিব পাৰে টু কি কয় Rajya Sabha cannot vote on demand for grants 2 yes hole 1 2 yes হ'ব লাগিব হয় না নহয় Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill? When bill is referred to a joint sitting of both the houses of parliament, it has to be passed by a simple majority, 3/4 majority. এনেকুৱা শুনিছে নাই কেতিয়াবা 3/4 majority? পঢ়িছো নহয়। 2/3 majority of the houses, absolute majority of the houses. এইটোতো মোৰ ফালৰ পৰা মই ক্ৰছ কৰি দিছো কাৰণ কি মই কেতিয়াও পঢ়োৱা নাই 3/4 majority দেই। মই নিজেও শুনা নাই জীৱনত। Simple majority present in voting. The executive power of the Union of India is vested in the Prime Minister. Executive power to Prime Minister vest hoye ase. Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of Civil Services Board. Prime Minister পঢ়িছো এনেকুৱা ex officio chairman of Civil Services Board শুনা নাই। Executive power of Union is vested in কোন Vice President নে কি? President. Neither one nor two. 96 ঠিক আছে। Democracy's superior virtue lies in the fact that it calls into activity intelligence and character of ordinary men and women, methods of strengthening executive leadership, superior individual with dynamism and vision, a band of dedicated party workers. Eto to jane answer to ki hoy? A is the answer. Ordinary men or women or intelligence opor bhorokha kora hoy. One of the implications of equality in society is the absence of privileges, restraints, ideology, competition. Absence of privileges. 98A is the correct answer. এই বস্তুবিলাক নিউ এনচিআৰটিত পোৱা যায়। সো নিউ এনচিআৰটিখন পঢ়িব লাগে। আমাৰ নোটছ বনোৱা আছে। মাছুম প্ৰশ্ন কিছুমান আহি যায় আৰু আহি আছে। এখানে চাব সেইখন। ইমান ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট হোৱা নাই। এইখিনি ৰিভাইজ কৰা শেষ হলে মানে এইটো চাব পাৰে। এনে আৰামছে চাই দিলে হৈ গ'ল আৰু। Which of the following are not necessarily the consequences of proclamation of president's rule in a state? Dissolution of the state legislative assembly, removal of council of ministers in the state, dissolution of local bodies. One and three only. Three to হবই লাগিব। 3 to yes হবই লাগিব। So 1 and 3. Which of the following is not a feature of Indian federalism? There is an independent judiciary. Powers have been clearly divided between central and states. Federating units have been given unequal representation in the Rajya Sabha. It is the result of an agreement among federating units. D is the correct answer. Local self-government can be best explained as an exercise in federalism, democratic decentralization, administrative delegation, direct democracy. Democratic decentralization is the correct answer. The main advantage of parliamentary form of government is that parliamentary form of government ki hoise main advantage 102C. Collective responsibility. Executive remains responsible to the legislature. Bring out Kopa Paluma. Out of the following statements, choose the one that brings out. Oh, Yavabalu brings out. The principle underlying the cabinet form of government. An arrangement for minimizing the criticism. Criticism minimize against the government whose responsibilities are complex and hard and to carry out satisfaction of all. Mechanism of speeding up the activities whose responsibilities are increasing. Parliamentary democracy for collective responsibility of the people, device for strengthening the hands of the head of the government whose hold over the people is in a state of decline. Okay. The Parliament of India exercises control over the Council of Ministers through adjournment motion, question hour, supplementary questions. Parliament kenake control kore over the councils. All of these. A private member's bill is a bill presented by a member of parliament who is not elected but only nominated by the President of India. Recently, a private member's bill has been passed in the Government of India for the first time in its history. Neither. For election to the Lok Sabha, a nomination paper can be filed by anyone residing in India, a resident of the constituency from which election is to be contested, any citizen of India whose name appears in the electoral roll of a constituency, any citizen of India. C. Any citizen of India, no, any citizen of India whose name appears in the electoral roll of a constituency. Etia eta child eta citizen hoy na nohoy India. Nomination file ko paribo niki? Nwaribo. Consider the following statements. In the election for Lok Sabha or State Assembly, the winning candidate must at least get 50% of the votes polled to be declared elected. 50% vote napale jigiboi nwaribo. According to the provisions laid down in the Constitution of India in Lok Sabha, the Speaker's post goes to the majority party and Deputy Speaker to the opposition. Provisions laid down in the Constitution of India. কোনটো আৰ্টিকেলত আছে কৈ দিব যে লোক সভা the speaker's post goes to the majority party, deputy speaker goes to the opposition. One definitely no বুলি কৈছে 2 no হ'ব কোনটো আৰ্টিকেলত আছে এই কথাটো আমিতো গোটেই আৰ্টিকেলবোৰ জানো at least শুনিছো পঢ়িছো কেতিয়াবা এটো কিমান হ'ব 50% হলে কিমান পার্সেন্ট হ'ব 30% হলে হ'ব নেকি নে 60% কি পার্সেন্ট লাগিব Number 1 in the election of Lok Sabha or State Assembly winning candidate কিমান পার্সেন্ট সিট পাব লাগিব কিমান পার্সেন্ট ভোটস পাব লাগিব একো কন্ডিশন নাই is the correct answer no limit depend কৰে কম্পিটিটিভ এক্সাম হয় ন হেতু আপোনালোকৰ যেনে কম্পিটিটিভ এক্সাম হয় ক'ব নোৱাৰে কাট অফটো কিমান হ'ব ডিপেন্ড কৰে 107 neither 1 and 2 very good right to vote and be elected in India is a fundamental right হয় না নহয় natural right legal right constitutional right constitutional right is right the Election Commission of India is a 5-member body Union Home Minister decides election schedule for the conduct of both general elections and by-elections Election Commission resolves the disputes relating to splits and mergers of recognized political parties. Three only. Union Home Minister decides election schedule for conduct of both. Etia Union Ministry of Home Affairs যদি decide নকৰে election schedule for the conduct of general elections and by-elections তেতিয়াহলে কোনে কৰে who decides very good ECI is one of the most powerful bodies in India okay to হৈ গল so let us move forward Panchayati Raj and public policy which one of the following is incorrect in respect of local government in India according to Indian constitution local government is not an independent tier in the federal system 30% of the seats in local bodies are reserved for women local government finances are to be provided by a commission elections to local bodies are to be determined by a commission incorrect বুলি কৈছে incorrect এটা one গড়বড় আছে নেকি এইটো হ'ব না কিয় লাগিছে আনসারটো কিন্তু বি দিয়া আছে that's all right according to the constitution Indian constitution local government is not an independent tier in the federal system মোৰ মতে এইটো হ'ব লাগে কিন্তু আনসার মতে এইটো 30% নহয় 33% বুলি কৈছে 33% of the seats in local bodies এইটো সাপোজন আনসারটো কিয় বেলেগ পায় নেকি বেলেগত What is the system of governance in the Panchayati Raj setup? Single tier of structure of local government and village level, 2-tier village and block, 3-tier district, block and village, 4-tier. 3-tier bili koise. Yes, it is. Panchayati Raj was first introduced in India in October 1959 in Kot Pratham hoisile. Rajasthan. In the new Panchayati Raj bill enacted in 1993, there are several fresh provisions deviating from the past. Which one of the following is not one of the provisions? A number of added responsibilities in the area of agriculture, rural development, primary education, forestry, among other. Elections being made mandatory for all posts. A statutory representation of women in the panchayats up to third of the strength. Regular remuneration of the panchayat members so as to ensure their punctuality and accountability. 4. 4 or D2 are not one of such provisions. A college student desires to get elected to municipal council of a city. The validity of his nomination would depend on the important condition, among others, that he obtains permission from the principal of his college, he is a member of a political party, his name figures in the voters list, he files a declaration owing allegiance to the Constitution of India. C. Voters list. List 1 or list 2 match korbo lage. Absence of village panchayats. Either 3 hobo nohole 4 hobo. তাৰপিছত জিলা পৰিষদ at subdivisional level either 2 hobo nohole 1 hobo. A2. A2 Mandal Praja Parishad B1 Andhra Pradesh. Tribal councils Meghalaya. Absence of village panchayats Mizoram. D4 ulta colony. C4 tribal councils Meghalaya or D3. A hobo answer. So by A paise ne? Yes. Absence of village panchayats code nai, village panchayat Mizoram nai. Tribal councils code ase Meghalaya ase. লিখি দিয়াটো সবতকে ভাল কাম কৰিছে জিলা পৰিষদ আসাম মণ্ডল প্ৰজা পৰিষদ আন্ধ্ৰা ট্ৰাইবেল কাউন্সিল মেঘালয়া নো ভিলেজ পঞ্চায়ত মিজোৰাম he is doing smart work Mr. Chetri তেওঁ মনত থাকি গ'ল আৰু জীৱনলৈ जो लिख गया सो सीख गया LW डी এইটো শুনিছে নাই ডায়লগটো लिखी लोगे जो लिख गया सो सीख गया if a panchayat is dissolved elections are to be held within 6 months. Very good. In India, the first municipal corporation was set up in which of the following? Which among the following? Eto hokolwe jane. Madras Municipal Corporation. Constitution, 73rd Amendment Act 1992, which aims at promoting the Panchayati Raj institutions in the country, provides for which of the following? Gogoi. Constitution of district planning committees, state election commissions to conduct all panchayat elections, establishment of state finance commission. All. Oh. এইটো 2 and 3 বুলি কৈছে District Planning Committee 74th Amendment Act আহিছে বুলি কৈছে সো এইটো এটা গম পালে আপোনালোকে District Planning Committee's 74th Amendment Act আহিছে আৰু বাকি কিটা এই দুটাৰ কাৰেক্ট হয় 2 and 3 Official answer kit all আছিল আচ্ছা আচ্ছা তেতিয়া হলে এটো অলে হ'ব লাগে Official answer key to হে বেছি important ঠিক আছে very good নহলে এটা আমাৰ ভুল হৈ গলতেন এটো নেচাৰ অফ UPSC বিৰুদ্ধে হয় এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কথা মাইনিউট কথা লৈ পিনে UPSC কোৱেশ্চন পুট নকৰে এক লৈ পিনে এনেকুৱা ট্ৰিক নকৰে লজিক্যাল ট্ৰিক কৰিব ফ্যাক্চুয়াল ট্ৰিক নকৰে In areas covered under Panchayat Act, what is the role of Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha has the power to prevent alienation of land in scheduled areas. Gram Sabha has the ownership of minor forest produce. Recommendation of Gram Sabha is required for granting prospecting license or mining lease for any mineral in the scheduled areas. 3 to know. 3 no hua lage lage 1 to free gift hoy Gram Sabha has the power to prevent alienation of land in scheduled areas eto hoy 2 to hone na hoy kole hoy gol sobe 2 to hoy boli koise so 1 and 2 10b under the scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers recognition of forest rights act 2006 এটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট এক দে আপোনালোকে এটো সাবসনে একখন বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট পিছলে এটো এনে পঢ়িবই লাগিব এতিয়া পঢ়ি লব একখন নো কি হয় ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট এক্ট হয় Who shall be the authority to initiate the process for determining the nature and extent of individual community forest rights or both? Yeah, Lakshmikant মতে হেতু হয় কিন্তু আমি অফিশিয়াল অ্যানসার কি এটো হে বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট We have to follow official answer key এটো জি হয় হেতুৱে মানি লও কৰ আপোনালোক মানি লব এটো কি হ'ব গ্রাম সভা Government enacted the Panchayat Extension to Scheduled Areas PESA Act in 1996. Which of the following is not identified as its objective? Provide self-governance, recognize traditional rights, create autonomous regions in tribal areas, to free tribal area people from exploitation. D. To free tribal people from exploitation. এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কথা নহয় Well, D is correct. Fundamental object of Panchayati Raj system is to ensure which among the following? People's participation in development, political accountability, democratic decentralization, financial mobilization. Fundamental object of Panchayati Raj. Three to হ'ব লাগিব এটো জানো আমি 1 হয় 3 আৰু 1 তিনটাতে আছে Political accountability or financial mobilization to object নহয় financial mobilization কাৰণে আমি কম কৰা নাই So 1 and 3. 13C. পইচা গোটাবলে পঞ্চায়তী ৰাজটো অহা নাইতো পিপলৰ পাৰ্টিচিপেশ্যন যাতে হওক হেতু বিচাৰিছে which of the following are the objectives এই বস্তুবিলাক MCQ through দি হে ক্লিয়াৰ হয় এই বস্তুবিলাক these things এইবিলাক Which of the following are objectives of the Commission on Agricultural Costs and Prices? To stabilize agricultural prices, to ensure meaningful real income level, to protect interest of the consumers by providing essential agricultural commodities at reasonable rates, to ensure maximum price for the farmer. Maximum price for the farmer. To wrong koi dia lage lage. 1, 2 and 3 check korok. Meaningful real income or maximum price to the beleg hoy. 1, 2, 3, 14A is correct. Consider the following statements regarding National Human Rights Commission. Its chairman must be a retired judge, Chief Justice of India. It exists in each state as State Human Rights Commission. Its powers are only recommendatory in nature. It is mandatory to appoint a woman as a member of the commission. Each state নহয় মানে 15 D 134. Which of the following legislations does not deal with protection of environment? Water Cess Act, Forest Conservation Act, Public Liability Insurance Act, Port Laws Amendment Act. Public Liability Insurance Act to hobo 16C is correct. Last koridu eta list 1 or list 2 select the correct answer. Ministry of Industry, Central Statistical Organization, Reserve Bank of India, Ministry of Finance. National Account Statistics মই ধৰিব পাৰিছো Central Statistical Organization এ কৰে Economic Survey কোনে উলিয়ায় Ministry of Finance D2 B4 এটাতে আছে 17B RBI কি কৰিব ৰিপোৰ্ট কৰিব কারেন্সি আৰু ফাইনান্সৰ ওপৰত নহয় জানো আৰু মিনিষ্ট্ৰি অফ ইন্ডাষ্ট্ৰি হোলসেলৰ প্ৰাইসৰ ইনডেক্সৰ ৰিপোৰ্ট আনিব সো হৈ গৈছে এখিনি তেতিয়াহলে আমাৰ ৰেকৰ্ডিং আজি ইমানতে সামৰো